Growing up, I had 3 sisters and a mom who all had similar personalities to each other but very different from mine. And I tried so hard to be like them. And it was just so opposed to my natural personality. I then kind of at some point gave up and decided I'd try to be like my dad, who was an accountant. And so I found myself going into accounting, up to finance, into business strategy. And that worked for quite a while. I built a career, I built a life on that. But there was always something missing. And it took me, once my kids kind of left home and they became independent, I started to really look at my life and say, what is it that's missing? I discovered that I was so left-brained, and really my nature is coming from the heart. And I had so much trouble getting into my heart and being really authentic with it. And honestly, it took a fall down a mountain and my whole life falling apart before I actually got to where I need to be. And that journey, as it unfolded, started out as a tragedy. And I went into this cocoon to heal for almost 3 years. And I look back now and I go, I went in as a caterpillar and I knew how that caterpillar fit into the world. But I emerged 3 years later as a butterfly, trying to figure out how that new being fit in. But it was such an interesting journey because coming from such a left brain perspective on life, I found that the way that I recovered, because I couldn't, with the brain chemistry off, I couldn't work with numbers. I couldn't use my left brain. I couldn't use anything for years. What ended up happening was when I started to re-engage with life, it was through the right brain. I got this message to start painting, and I thought it was the craziest thing in the world because I hadn't ever picked up a paintbrush in my life. But I thought, okay, I'll go with it. And I found that I actually had a skill as an artist. Who knew this? It was hidden so deep within, and I never would have discovered it. So it was my journey back into the real world. It came from the right brain. And where I've gotten to now is to this lovely place of balance in my life where I'm still working on all of those aspects, but I'm so much farther ahead than I ever was in my whole life. I've got this sense of joy, this sense of confidence with who I am and what I have to offer the world. And I actually know how to do it now. A big part of that is just trusting my intuition, trusting my heart, and not really relying on my rational brain to get me there. So this whole program that I've developed now that's taking me out to really have an impact on other people's lives has been something that came from the heart. And often my rational brain would go, what are you doing? And I couldn't really explain it to anybody from a rational, logical perspective. It just felt so right to be doing it. And now I've come to a place where I'm so excited about what I'm contributing to the world and how I'm helping people to make such a difference and a transformation in their lives. And what you're seeing on this website is the result of that journey. And the journey continues. And what I'm really passionate about doing is helping people make this shift in their life without having to fall down a mountain. So I just encourage you to take a look through the site, see what we've done, explore our program, see what really resonates with you and how I can help you revitalize your life.